This Sunday, the president will speak about the fight to secure women's fundamental right to reproductive health care in the face of these attacks. She will talk about what's at stake for millions of women across the country, and most importantly, the need for Congress to codify the protections of Roe into law.
The White House today put out this really sharply worded statement about the committee assignments, the Oversight Committee assignments. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Representative Gosar, Representative Boebert getting these assignments on the Oversight Committee. The statement said, handing the keys of oversight to the most extreme MAGA members in the Republican caucus.
On some of these key committees, it appears that House Republicans have handed over the keys to the most extreme MAGA members of the Republican caucus. This is what we're seeing from the other side of Pennsylvania Avenue. And so Republican leaders should explain. They should have to explain, not us. They should have to explain why allowing these individuals to serve on these committees and come clean with the American people about the secret agreements, the secret deals that were made with these extreme MAGA extremists that are currently in the House. And so that is something for them to respond to. That question goes to them.
Sounds like you don't view the committee as very.
I did not say that. I laid out what the president intends to do. I laid out what unfortunately, what the actions that they have taken, how unfortunate it is to basically hand over the keys to some of the most extreme. Their very first vote of the new Congress was a bill to worsen inflation and tax welfare for the rich. They want to impose an unprecedented tax increase on middle-class families in the form of a 23% sales tax in order to provide even more tax giveaways to the super rich and big corporations. They're going to vote to raise gas prices and deprive Americans of relief at the pump, and they're threatening to kill millions of jobs and 401k plans by trying to hold the debt limit hostage.
Thank you. On the president's visit to the border last week, is there any follow-up, any new policies? Has he spoken with Governor Abbott to follow up on the governor's request?
I don't have a conversation or a call to read out. I do want to say I've been asked about if we've seen an impact from what the president laid out a couple of weeks ago of what the actions that he was taking at the border. I want to say that we are seeing some impact. The numbers of migrants arriving from those countries are low, and we look forward to sharing more once we have more data to go off of. Additionally, the first individuals authorized to live and work legally in the United States under the expanded program started arriving just last Tuesday, within 5 days after the launch of the program. Hundreds more have been vetted and approved for travel and can book a flight to the United States to arrive on time. But I want to be very clear. Again, we need Congress to take action. The president has done what he can, Given
everything you just laid out with regard to House Republicans, what has the White House seen or heard from House Republicans that gives you confidence that we can avoid a default?
Look, we've been very, very clear, and I'll say this again. Let me first say this part, that after the midterm elections, the president was very clear. After we saw a historic when it comes to a Democratic president in 60 years being able to have a successful midterm. When you look at what we saw in the Senate and we look at the red wave that never happened, the president said. And so we're just not going to negotiate about that, because again, it was done under the last president. It was done 3 times, again, in a bipartisan way. There is no alternative to Congress' responsibility here to address the debt ceiling. It is essential for Congress to recognize that dealing with the debt ceiling is their constitutional responsibility. This is an easy one. This is something that should be happening without conditions.
Make sure I understand. Do you think House Republicans in this Congress see their responsibilities the way that you just outlined?
They should. I just laid out why they should feel the responsibility, and